It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Colts and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Hello everyone and welcome to the start of another NFL season, joined by Charles Davis in the booth. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, it's always great to begin another year. It's especially great when you get to see a couple of division rivals square off right out of the gate, and that's what we're going to see here in the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans.
And I know people get tired of it sometimes because we always zero in on the quarterback position, but I don't think we can avoid it here with these two teams in the AFC South. How about in Indianapolis? Matt Ryan, now their quarterback. Can he get them on a postseason run? Because he's the team's 6th Week 1 starter in 6 seasons, and Indy hasn't won its openers since 2013. And Houston, Deshaun Watson officially gone. Davis Mills took over last year. Can he improve on a 4-13 record? I like his chances.
Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series, and at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
In a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air, we're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who was their 6th Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active, this move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chases his first career Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And not the graphic that this fan base wants to see Week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for Week 1, guys still have to practice, they still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I think when we really analyze the 2021 NFL season, Houston Texans quarterback Davis Mills, he deserves a lot more credit than he got for leading a bad team last season. Circumstances led the third-round rookie to being thrown in as the team starter, and he really came on after some early struggles. 4 300-yard games from him, he led Houston to a big upset of the Chargers to help keep L.A. out of the playoffs.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. No gain on the play there, second down. Mills now. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, here's Mills. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It was Cleveland Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Well, come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And 4th down, Matt Hawk to put it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. On 1st and 10, Mills. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mills now from the 50. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Mills on 3rd and 2. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan, throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Ryan. And he wisely will throw that one away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of the new season, already an injury. We'll step aside. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up. Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
So Lovey saw things correctly, and he wins that challenge. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now out comes Houston. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On second down, here's Pierce. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Mills. He gets this one complete to Bowden. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Mills now on second down. That'll be complete to Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have the Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
Mills to the air again. They'll check this one down to Bowden, complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now Mills. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now at punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now in his 9th NFL season, Brandon Cooks remains a model of consistency. Had a career-best 90 catches in 2021 and his 6th 1,000-yard season in the last 7 years. No surprise.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action. Mills. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line. Now Ryan. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Ryan. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Pierce. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. A good pickup there at 22. Pierce now up the middle. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Looking to throw is Mills. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing again, Ryan. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. Ryan finding Pittman there for the Colts' first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan will throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mills under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A give for Taylor running right side. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. The pass underneath, here's Hines with it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third. Now it's Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Taylor. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson there to make the grab. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Texans 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 17-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Ryan to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now it's Ryan. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Blankenship's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing, Mills. That'll be complete to Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Mills on 1st down. He gets this one complete to Bowden. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Mills now.
at the 38-yard line.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now a handoff, Taylor with it, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On the handoff, Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Ryan. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. He'll get it inside the 20, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This for a 4th-quarter lead. Blankenship's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Mills. And Cook has it, left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And some space here. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. Complete to Dorsett. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. That's underneath to Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 5, a minute 39 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Ryan to throw. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And down to the 36-yard line here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it here with Bowden. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and they'll be unable to build here on their 5-point lead. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something